Prof, yung part about Ping Lacson, marami kasing naungkat about Ping Lacson from his stint with MISG, yung the Sir Corbito slay case, yung pagtatago ni Ping Lacson abroad, and yung Korotong Baleleng. I'm wondering lang if any of these issues that were brought up on Saturday, if they could possibly have an impact on the negative side on Ping Lacson, or the fact that he faced them, could that be on the positive side?
Yeah, well, hindi pa rin ako satisfied dun sa sagot. But I don't know for people who were not there when it happened. Kasi medyo matagal na rin, di ba?
Yeah.
So that's yun yung upside kay Senator Lacson. Pero yung downside is that medyo kulang yung explanation niya, no? So yun yung kailangan niyang tutukan kung gusto niyang magka-pogi points at manalo, di ba?
Yeah, well, I raised that question kasi precisely si Bongbong Marcos kasi had also used that argument na the interviewees should stop referring to 30 years ago, 35-year-old issues and focus on my plans for the future instead of what happened in the past. Diba?
But that should not, hindi maganda yon kahit sinong kandidato, hindi dapat. Kasi talagang, kung mandidato ka talagang lahat ibubulgar sa'yo, no? That's par for the course. So, hindi pwedeng, sabi ko nga, the road to the presidency should not be a walk in the park. So, bakit ka magrereklamo kung inuungkat, no? Yung talagang kasama yan. So, hindi dapat iwasan yan, ano? Kung wala ka namang itinatago or kaya mo namang sagutin, di sagutin mo. Kasi kung itatago mo, that's not fair, no? And that's also that's also the thing that unlike in countries where they have well-developed parties, political parties, binivet muna yan ng political party. Anong pwedeng lumabas sa'yo? So tinitingnan nila ano yung winnability mo, ano yung pwedeng maka-apekto sa'yo, no? So lahat sine-check muna yan, and then yun, kung medyo tingin nila medyo hindi talaga uubra na medyo sobrang bigat, then hindi ka papatakbuhin sa primaries or something like that. So that's the I'm
also wondering, beyond the political calculations and whatever price or risk Bongbong Marcos has to pay, I'm wondering about what does it say about what his campaign is assessing as vulnerabilities in his image, when he decides na hindi. And then when he doubles down and he says, I don't want to talk about to biased media, I don't want to talk, and biased media is anybody who's anti-Marcos. And then he goes beyond that and says that ayoko nang pag-usapan yung past, yung tatay ko, pandarambong, and so on and so forth. But whether or not wise yung hindi ka mag-attend, is that nonetheless acknowledging, betraying an Achilles heel that the campaign recognizes that corruption, your family's history, your family name, your father, the dictator, human rights, plunder, all of that is a legitimate Achilles heel?
Yes, I'm going to emphasize what Dindo just said. I mean, that campaign needs to learn that lesson now, early in this campaign. So far it worked for them. I talk to people that are journalists assigned to cover Marcos. That's really how they operate. They don't give him for interviews. They're very good apparently dealing with everyone. They're nice. They're generous, but they're very protective of the candidate. But I'm telling them that will backfire. That is good at the first stage. But at this stage, when again and again, he will have to go out and media will invite him and journalists will invite him, he cannot say, you can only ask me this question and not these questions.
Oh, yes, but if he digs in and sticks to that strategy, sige, mamili na lang tayo na ano. Then my next question, Dindo, is if he will avoid direct questions from media and public fora, with that message and with that vulnerability, can that be exploited by sniping? In other words, not with him, in other words, hindi siya mahuhuli sa sarili niyang bibig, but all the other candidates attacking him, will that is that a tactic that can actually work?
It creates an opportunity for the other campaign to put pressure on him to address certain issues, no? But one thing that is unique in this election season is really telling your own stories and narrative in social media. So maybe while we are applauding a good interview of Jessica Soho, it would be good also to review what has been pushed to the 8.3 million followers of Senator Marcos. Baka iba yung narrative doon, and it might have worked also. So that's the uniqueness of our political environment now, that they can go straight to a specific segment of society and tell their story, or I could even say frame the discussion or the discourse. But I feel if media, as an institution, in different networks, different platforms, continue to push this towards candidates, no, then we will have a better result this coming election. We'll elect somebody that deserves to be elected, that somebody who ran away from addressing critical issues that needs to be answered. So you should not stop. Media should not stop. If we consider this a weakness, continue to ask him or other candidates